Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today, as you can see on the title, and you can see on the screen right now, we're gonna be testing, or checking rather, the Dash Diva female avatar as much as you can test it, you know, because there's not much that you can do with it. But still, before we go into that, I do want to mention something real quick in terms of some purchases that I've made. That's right, DBT has gone whaling again, and surprisingly it's not what you're thinking. It has nothing to do with this avatar. So you will notice a bit of a spike in my currencies, most notably on tokens and vouchers, and that is because like I mentioned on the previous video, right about the end, like the last quarter of the video, link should be appearing in the top right about now. There was a mega sale for currencies, and I did say in that video that while I was not trying to get anybody to spend money in the game, never advising for people to buy things in the game, if you're already buying stuff and you're spending money, I thought that that was probably one of the best sales out there. And thanks to that, I got, I believe it was 1.8 million for each one of these for the credits and the fusion coins, 10,000 tokens, which is the important part, and 800 vouchers, which are also pretty useful at some point, hopefully, we'll see. And not only that, I also said that the relay offers were actually very interesting, and because of that, I am the quote-unquote proud owner of a Chiron 300 Plus. That's right, I own it. I went for the whole thing with the relay offers. Like I explained in that same video, I really thought that this was the best opportunity to get this car in terms of how much it costs and all of that stuff. And honestly, I really wanted those 40 direct upgrades on Class S too, because that means that I will be able to fully upgrade one Class S vehicle of my choice. So that was that. And while I was there, you might notice that I have already boosters going because, I mean, I was already spending. So I thought, hey, might as well for once. And actually, as a bit of an experiment, I decided to get the 30-day boosters. And the logic behind that is something I will explain later. But for now, I just wanted to quickly address those points. Again, not trying to convince anybody to spend on the game, but if you're already spending, particularly the Chiron 300 Plus relay offer, if you have it, it's not a bad deal compared to for how much this car normally sells or the things that you gotta do in order to get it normally. So there we go. And now before we move any further, I want to quickly mention again that I know some people haven't gotten the update just yet for the game. I believe it was the gaming site, another content creator for the game, that published a video on how you can kind of fix your situation if in the Google Play Store you don't get the update for the game, and it's related to switching Google accounts. Apparently worked for a lot of people, not for everybody. I don't know what is the deal with the update not showing for everybody. This seems to be specifically on Android. So more than a developer situation, I think that's a deployment issue, and probably some situation with the Android version. I don't know. I really don't know what's happening, but I really hope that you guys can get the update soon. But don't worry, you haven't missed much in the daily rewards for logging in. It's been 3 days already, and the first one was a tuning kit for 30 minutes. The second one was, I think, extra nitro or bottle for 30 minutes. And the third day was, what's the other one that I'm missing? Whatever, the other booster. So far it's only been one 30-minute booster of each, one per day. So again, you haven't missed a whole lot, but again, I do hope that you get the update soon. Now, let's actually check the Dash Diva. As I mentioned, or as I showed in the previous video, well, here she is. Now, I did say that I did not dwell on what you would think precisely on this, because this was a gift from Gameloft to content creators to have access to the Racing Pass, the regular version of the Racing Pass. I would have preferred if it was a premium, to be completely honest, because I could do with this 1,000 storage slots, but it's okay, it's fine. How you say that? How does that saying go? You don't look a gift horse in the mouth? Something like that? Whatever. But yeah, so now I have the Dash Diva avatar, and well, let's check out how she looks in game. Now, obviously, if you're driving whatever car, you're not gonna see a whole lot of anything. I'm gonna go really quickly over here in quick race to show her. Let's pick whatever track randomly, and we're gonna switch to Class C because I only actually have 2 bikes, one of them being the TVS Apache. So let's look at Dash Diva in a bike and see what she can do. I say what she can do, but really it's just how she looks, you know, because it's not like the avatar itself does anything other than, well, looking nice. Alright, so obviously you will only be able to really see the avatar when you're driving either bikes or roofless cars, but even in roofless cars you don't see a whole lot. But here on the bikes is where you will be able to appreciate her more. And man, let me open this whole thing with, I've seen a bunch of people. I'm surprised at the attitude that I'm seeing from a lot of players where I don't know what's going on with people trying to shame other people for using avatars. It's just absolutely insane to me. I didn't think I would see this over here. Again, as I said on the previous video, I think it's a good thing that the female avatars are in the game, because obviously for female players, this is fine, you know, to have something that kind of represent them a bit more. Whatever, it's fine. But even for other people, let's say for other individuals, you don't necessarily need to be a female in order to have this avatar going. And let me tell you one thing. Actually, I think I'm gonna be using this avatar for the foreseeable future. And you know, again, even in my own comments in the previous video when I was talking about it, some people, not everybody, but some counted people were like, oh my god, DBT, oh, it's coming out. And it's like, wow, very mature, guys, very mature. I'm gonna say, this is not like it's an identity crisis. I just like eye candy, and I will unapologetically use whichever avatar I like looking at. That's it. That's why I used to have also the ox avatar. I was gonna say the bull, the ox, the box. No, the bull avatar. Just because I like looking at that avatar. And well, there's this one that I also like looking at. So why is that a problem? I don't know. And there's the animation of the Dash Diva when at the end of the race. Now you probably have seen this because I've noticed that a lot of the AI use the Dash Diva avatar too. So there is that, but hey. So now I'm gonna bring the other bike, the Dodge Tomahawk. As I said, I only have two bikes. This is the other one. So let's check it out, and I'm gonna do it in a long track because this bike is really fast. But yeah, legit, I was very surprised about the attitude of some people. I mean, look, I don't want to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't want to be too judgmental of people, but at the same time, it just seems very, very strange to me. It seems like a very immature attitude that people are taking over a female avatar. In general, female avatars, I don't know. It just seems like a very childish thing to do, but you know what? To each their own. Like I said, I'm not gonna be shamed into not using an avatar that I like. In case you don't know, in pretty much any game that I play, if there's a female and a male avatar, I'm gonna go for the female avatar because again, I don't mind the eye candy, and well, you know, it's fine. I don't know why people make a big fuss about it. Now, I still hate this bike. It's Game Love, could you please rebalance this bike? Just okay, moving away from Class S. I don't care. Just make it drivable. This is such a nightmare of a bike to drive. Again, I've never been able to express properly. If you haven't driven this bike, you don't know what bad handling is in this game. This is absolutely atrocious handling. There's nothing that compares to this. So yes, I really like the look of this bike, but again, with such horrible, oh boy, with such horrible handling, I really don't see a reason for me to want to drive this thing. So whatever, man, whatever. But there you go. So that is basically how the Dash Diva looks when you're in a bike. Again, when you are driving on a roofless car, you won't be able to see a whole lot more than probably just the helmet and maybe the shoulders of the avatar. So again, it's not like this makes a huge difference at all, but I do believe that it's kind of cool to have some female avatars in the game finally. And I said finally because the moment that the avatars were added, yeah, it did seem like a bit of an oversight, quite a bit of an oversight really, to not have the female avatars. But now that they're here, well, perfect. That's great. For people that want to use it because they feel more like, oh, that represents me, that's fantastic. And for people that just want to see it because, hey, I like looking at it, that's fine too. What's the problem? But anyway, let's do something else over here. I want to talk about the special event and what's been going on. The issue, the bug with the condition apparently has been already fixed. You will be able to see over here that it says that I have done 30 because I actually have done 30. I have finished the first 3 stages and I'm making my way into eventually getting my Dodge Dart X edition. Now, currently, you can see I've already done the stage 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna say that the stage 2 was the most painful to me because it required a lot of near misses of vehicles. And the vehicles in Terra 9 are futuristic vehicles, but they're kind of difficult to read because they're not shaped like a regular car. So it was difficult for me to do near misses without crashing on them or missing them by a mile. It's crazy. But anyway, we're now into stage 4 with the Veyron Super Sport, which is an interesting car that you rarely see being played because it's generally a very rare car. And my objectives are 2 near-miss vehicles, okay? Perfect run, speed a certain time, oh man, a lot of drift and finish first. So these 2 things always to me clash a little bit. Getting all this drift but achieving a certain time can be difficult. But let's see if I can pull it off. And yeah, let's try it. All right, here we go. So I still wish there was an option to keep the objectives pinned on the screen. Like you see them right now, right? Hold on, please. You gotta make sure to do the near misses. It's only 3 near misses, so we should be fine. Oh, and also a lot of drift. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna just focus on doing a bunch of drift. But yeah, I wish there was a way to keep the messages pinned on the screen as an option, you know? I understand that to some people it would be a lot of stuff on the screen, getting in the way and all of that. But I think it would be good to also have an option to keep them there so that I don't keep forgetting. Because let me tell you, in the previous stages that I did, I was always like, damn, what was I supposed to do? And then I go back to the, okay, so I've done this, but I haven't done that. So I constantly, god damn it, I just ruined my perfect run. Jeez. So yeah, I wish there was an option to keep them. All right, there goes the no Rex. There was a no Rex, right? Near misses. Okay, no Rex is not an objective or I missed that. Don't judge me, terrible driving. To be fair, I'm paying more attention to doing the objectives than I am to driving well. And like I said, this is normally the problem for me whenever it's a combination of a lot of drift plus a certain time. I normally cannot achieve them in one go, so I need to focus in doing all the objectives even if I don't do the race time. And then once I'm done with that, then I can start, you know, working on the race time objective. But oh well. Actually, you know what? I might just do it. In spite of a couple of crashes, yeah, look at that. That's a very generous time. I wrecked, what, twice? And I still got the time objective done. Beautiful. Beautiful. And another thing, it would be nice if it showed over here. Oh, does it show over here? Oh, yes, never mind. No, this is a racing pass. So I see the quest, but no information as to the objectives. Oh, well, it's fine. Let's try it again. I mean, why should I be bothered at looking at this, you know? Anyway, I'm telling you, I don't understand people. I really don't understand why do people feel so, I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna talk further about this because I'm getting close to just starting to insult people about this for being so close-minded. But oh well, whatever. Yeah, I'll drop the topic for now. It'll probably come up later, but we'll see how many of this dumb comments I will get in this video. I know that some people are joking, but I have seen a lot of people who are actually legit upset in general about this whole thing, and I'm like, wow, dude, you got some problems, don't you? Anyway, but yeah, overall, I'm gonna say that in spite of the fact that some of these objectives in the special event have been a bit annoying, overall, I actually have been having some fun in this. They did say that they were gonna make the conditions more varied, and I think they did succeed at doing that, and it makes it a bit more interesting. And it's also kind of funny because I've seen some people complaining like, oh my god, this is so grind, they gotta do this race so many times. To a certain extent, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, well, if not now, when it's for an absolutely free car, then when, you know? Like, man, so few conditions in this, it's like 10 conditions per race, you know? And people are like, oh my god, this is too much grind. It's like, oh man. I mean, I'm talking by now of a different game, but you haven't played Asphalt 9. You don't know what real grind is. Alright, so I don't know if I completed every single objective, but let me go to the menu and check. Alright, there are my rewards, a bunch of rewards, that's fine. That's a lot of parts, I like that. Oh, look at that, yeah, I managed all of them. Yeah, 2 races and it's done, and this is what people are calling a lot of grind. I don't understand. And by the way, I didn't mention it, but you can see already that I do have the extra fuel for having the racing pass. Obviously, this is not super important in these things that cost one fuel, right, to do. But for example, if you want to participate in the Bugatti, what is it called? The Bugatti Blast, costing 3 fuel points, then yeah, you made this extra fuel actually helps. So how about we do a little bit of that, because why not? You can see, I think I've done one race and that's why I'm in 58%. Let's do another. And I do have a new Bugatti to use over here. I could bring the Chiron 300 Plus because, by the way, against what I was hoping, this is not free tries of the cars. Well, come to think about it, maybe not of all. Yeah, because look at this. I cannot use the Chiron 300. Excuse me, the 110 ANS. I can use the Cento DH because I own it, but it's not at full rank. The Diva I do have it at Pro normally. I have the Lavo Noir and this at Pro. I now own this one, otherwise it wasn't shown before. But for example, this one, the Veyron 16.4 Super Sport, I own this car, but I don't have it at Pro, but this one shows at Pro. So maybe what they did is to make a couple of these Bugattis to be like free tries at Pro rank. And then if you have yeah, because look, this one I do own it too, but it's not at Pro. So probably the Class S Bugattis are not free tries and they're not at Pro rank. So yeah, I think that's probably what's happening. That would make more sense. So how about we bring, okay, fine, I'll bring this thing. Not that this is gonna help me a lot. This is not the type of race where this car really succeeds or excels. And by the way, if you want to get a heart and a pin, you need to leave the key phrase for the day. And the key phrase is going to be, there will never be shame for liking eye candy. Yeah, that's right. The first person to post that is going to get a heart and a pin. Anybody else that posts it afterwards is just going to get a heart. But, you know, I was thinking about this whole thing with the Bugatti Blast being, of course, Showdown. This is a mode that a lot of people don't like, and I understand it. Actually, we had a very, very long discussion about this topic in Discord a couple weeks ago in terms of the rewards versus... Hold on. I don't want to mess it up. Oh! I said I don't want to mess it up, and then I mess it up right away. A very big discussion in terms of this whole thing with this mode and the rewards and whatnot. I'm not gonna go into too deep into that, but I will say that I do like the fact that they have re-added this mode in multiplayer. I think this mode against AI, it's an absolute crap show. You know, I don't think it's enjoyable because against the AI, you will always be in first place. So every single time that there is a equalizer, meaning the item that destroys the first place no matter where they are, you're gonna be the recipient of the equalizer. So it feels like the stacks, I mean the odds are against you. And it makes sense because they actually are at that point. It is very annoying. However, when you're playing in multiplayer, it's a completely different situation. Now, I did finish this one in first place and I'm gonna get some points from that, but oh, a lot of people unboosted. Yeah, that's another situation. You don't have free boosters over here, so that also matters. Oh, and I wish there was a replay button, by the way. That I do find annoying. You know what? I kind of like this screen because it's the Bugattis with black and orange. The big daddy of the Bugattis and the other ones that are also pretty nice, but still. Anyway. Oh, damn, that just put me on 29%. Nice. I did want to say this thing about the rewards. That these rewards are not amazing. And honestly, I think that's perfectly fine. Not every single TLE needs to have insane rewards, because the idea for TLEs, and this is something that Asphalt 9 taught me, but I think it's a healthy mindset to have, is sometimes you want to play some of these things for fun. Sure, you want some rewards too, but not everything needs to be amazing rewards. This might take a second and I'm gonna lose my train of thought, so I'm gonna talk while this is loading. But yeah, I know that it sounds like a weird thing to say, like, oh, we don't need amazing rewards. Obviously, it sounds like everybody, it kind of makes sense that everybody would want amazing rewards all the time. But if this event had amazing rewards, then it would be a much more restrictive type of event. And by that I mean that there will be obviously a lot of people trying really hard. It would be incredibly frustrating, and I've seen a bunch of complaints before from a bunch of people saying like, oh my god, Gameloft only cares about the 1% of players because the best rewards are only for the 1% of players. And it's like, that mindset breaks my mind a little bit. Yes, it is true that the top percentage of players are gonna get the best rewards, but that is because they're the top percentage. It's not that Gameloft loves only the top percentage. It's that Gameloft is trying to get people to get the best cars and get good at the game to get the best rewards. Now, with the flip side of that is then we have this type of events where the rewards are pretty achievable by pretty much anybody, so long as you own some of the Bugattis. But again, can somebody please confirm if the two Barons are free tries? Because it seems to me like they are, and if they are, at least there's a way for people to participate in this thing. So I think this is a peculiar situation where the rewards aren't necessarily amazing, but it's an additional mode that is there to not be taken too seriously. Whoever wants to partake in this and see what they can do, then go for it. If you don't like this mode, then ignore it. You're not gonna miss out on amazing rewards. They're just okay rewards, but maybe for newbies this would be fine. So you see why I'm a bit torn in that? I'm a little bit in the middle because I can see it from both sides. The people who want amazing rewards are gonna find this annoying. The people who want who think that the I'm sorry, I just unalived someone with this. Alright, that's karma. While I'm normally against knocking down players and whatnot, oh boy, someone is gonna equalize this dude. I'm gonna stay behind, Okay. Oh, I think he had it. Okay, that's fair. Oh, I have double protection. Alright, I'm invulnerable to the world. Let's go. This doesn't actually make me faster because this car already reaches this speed anyway. Wait, what? Wasn't I supposed to be invincible with that thing? Oh, come on. What is that about? But see, this is what I'm saying. I'm not too bothered about. I'm not too bothered about this. This is not a game mode to take too seriously. This is Mario Kart in Asphalt, and I think that is fine to have something a bit more casual where you just get to have some fun. Yeah, a bunch of randomness is gonna happen. You're not competing for an ultimate upgrade. You don't need to be try-harding the living crap out of it in order to get something. No, this is more about just have fun with whatever car, see what you can do, see what randomness gives you, and just go for it. And in that spirit, let me swap car to not an amazing car. Let me swap to another one that isn't as good and just see what I can do. All right, how about I was gonna bring this one, but no, let's use the good old classic Grand Sport Vitesse and see what RNG gives me with this. Okay, here we go. So I only really have two complaints about this special event. One is the price in fuel. 3 fuel seems excessive to me. Like I said at the beginning when I started playing just this mode, I understand that GameLove wanted to. Ooh, look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna save it and wreck someone. This person's gonna hate me. Goodbye. Sorry, Beer. Oh, he protected himself from it. All right, that's fair. Beer's still gonna pass me, so that's fine. No biggie. Ah! Come on. As I was saying, I really wish that this had a lower fuel requirement because again, this mode is just about having some fun, messing people up, see what happens, you know. It's nothing to take seriously, and I think this is you can have a lot of fun with this thing. Oh, wait, how? Oh, I have another one, don't worry. I'm gonna take a second place, I'll take it. I think this is a lot of fun and could introduce a lot of people into having some fun, but being so restricted with 3 fuel means that you can only do 3 races and then you're done. You gotta wait another hour and some in order to play again. I think there should be 1 fuel and let people just have some fun with it. Again, the competition is not about the amazingest of rewards in here. I think it's perfectly fine to have mid rewards and just make it so that people can have some fun and mess around and meme around. The other complaint that I have is that I wish it wasn't with super fast cars. I think this mode will be much more enjoyed if it was with so much slower cars, say Class C or Class B. I think that's where you would find the most fun over here rather than with Class A and S, especially with S. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of these things that I have gotten and whatnot. And also for you to see the Dash Diva because why not? But that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button and all of that good stuff. Why don't you check also this video where I talk you through the new stuff in this update, or maybe this other video where the YouTube algorithm says that you really enjoy. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.